What's up guys, it's Lionel the Builder back again with another video, and today I'm going to be doing about 2 LEET code questions. Why am I doing that? Is because I'm trying to do it every single day now, right? And I'm also trying to record a video every day. Now I missed yesterday for a very good reason, so I'm not even mad about it. But 2 birds with 1 stone, I need to practice my coding anyway, and I need to shoot videos, so I figured why not make them both, right? And the reason why I'm doing LEET code is because I'm just not as good as at coding as I want to be. I have so much room for improvement when it comes to understanding functions and async await and promises and redux and reduce and everything pretty much, honestly. Sure, I took my courses like everybody else, you know, finished the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript course, but ever since then, ChatGPT has literally been carrying me. And I've been working for a startup for about 5 months, and I'm just tired of always having to have that tab open. I did a little bit of paired programming, actually a lot, like 5 hours of paired programming with my lead dev, and watching him only tap into ChatGPT like 3 times out of an entire 5 hours was not only mind-blowing, impressive, and I just wish that I could code like that. Because when you're coding with ChatGPT, it's so much back and forth, especially now if you're trying to code with ChatGPT on a project where you're being tasked to go in there and change something, and when there's so many different variables involved. I have tried everything, so trust me and take it from my advice and experience. There is no amount of prompting that you can do to prepare ChatGPT, at least not in its current form. There's no amount of prompting that you can do to where ChatGPT will write you the right code. Incorporating what ESLint configurations you're using, your TypeScript interfaces, the context of your project. There's way too many variables for you to try. Like, say that they give you one thing like change settings page component, right? And you go in there, you're thinking that you can like just take what they asked you to do, take the code of your project. Hey, ChatGPT, can you make this happen here? It may work, you know, a couple times, but in the grand scheme of things, you'd be much better off reading it yourself, understanding it yourself, and then dishing it out yourself. Another thing that I learned that I'm going to start doing, I'm sorry for ranting, I'm going to get to the LEET code. I just got to finish the rant, because another thing that I have learned is that whenever you start working on anything, the first thing you want to do, the first thing that I want to do from now on, instead of just diving into whatever the problem is and working it out, because I honestly realize I get lost, especially if it's a big thing that has to do with like more than 10 different files or something like that, right? You have to write it down first. You have to write down your order of operations, what it's going to take you to finish it, at least as far as what you know, and what you're changing, and what you're changing changes in the grand scheme of things. Take notes and document every single thing that you do when you're coding, because if not, you will forget, you will get lost, and then you will be the architect of your own maze. And especially if you're using ChatGPT too much than you should be using, you'll end up changing something that is affecting something else over here, and there's a bunch of stuff in the middle that you also needed to change, but you're just ping-ponging from one change to this change, and they're changing each other the whole time, and there's a correct order of operations and some shit in the middle that you were supposed to change that you haven't even touched yet, and because of that, now you're just lost, and you're fucked up, and you gotta ask for help, and it's just not a good place to be in when you're coding, right? And I watched my lead dev just kind of like plan it all out first, and then got going like a scientist and surgically change one thing, already knowing that at first I need to do this, and then then we need to go and make sure that we change this everywhere, and then that, and then working from beginning to end. With me, I normally get a task, kind of just dive in, and like whatever biggest change I can make, I would do first, and then cause a whole bunch of error codes, and then use the error codes as my guide. Let me just start at the top and just work through all of these errors, and it's not the way to do it, bruh. It's not the way to do it. Instead, I'm going to master coding. I'm going to become a masterful coder, and then I'm going to do it the right way, as if there's no ChatGPT, and that way ChatGPT will be your friend when you're using it as a resource versus a crutch, versus something to carry you. Like, this is me. One thing about me, I'm not against admitting when I am wrong. And I have made videos in the past and like, just blow through your courses, grab ChatGPT, apply for jobs, get in there. Honestly, I probably still think that you should do that because shit, at least I have a job, at least I'm working. I would rather be working, trying to play catch up than not working and trying to learn, because then you don't really know when to stop learning. You know, I guess until you start trying to pass interviews and stuff like that. Luckily for me, I was never given a technical interview. To this day, I'm not 100% sure that I would pass one, but I've done a whole lot of work, have joined plenty of different projects, have become a helpful member of teams already. You know, 5 months in, you know, and we rolling. All right, but that's enough. That's enough. I should put a disclaimer in the beginning, like, yo, skip to 6 minutes if you want to just get straight to the work. So here we are with our first question here on LEETCODE. This is create a hello world function. Of course, starting at the first, it's gonna be easy. Let me make sure that my screen is all right. Am I zoomed in enough? Is this? Oh, my bad. This is from the stream. Let me get rid of this. Remove that, and maybe set this up a little better. Can we zoom in? All right, I think that's good. Okay, so scoot this over. Write a create hello world. It should return a new function that always returns hello world. That's pretty easy. It's gonna create a function, so we don't need any arguments. Create hello world is a function that's returning a function that always returns hello world. So you just write hello world in here, right? Hello world. Or do I have to put return? Let's see. Maybe not. Undefined. Okay, yeah, we must have to put return in there. So return. Or is it returns with an S? Accepted. All right, that's one and done. Let's go to the next one. Counter. Man, this is like, because it's zoomed in. Alright, given an integer n, return a counter function. This counter function initially returns n, and then returns 1 more than the previous value every subsequent time it is called n plus 1, n plus 2, etc. Okay, there's a couple different ways that you could do this, right? I'm gonna try and use a closure to do this. We have n, that is in there as well. So let's go ahead and declare it. Let count equal n. So now we have that variable n, and it said that we're going to be returning, given integer n, we got that here, return a counter function, which is this, right? This counter function initially returns n. So we're going to return count because we're returning n. It initially returns n. Let's see if that works so far. It should. Wrong answer, yes, but the output is 10, 10, 10. Why is the output 10? Oh, because it's running, what's making that 10? Counter. Oh, it's putting 10. It's running the create counter. It's running this function with 10 as the argument, and that argument is whatever n is. Okay, or actually it's 10, but that's also n. You know what I mean? I'm better. I understand it in my head. My words just don't match up yet properly. But you guys are following, right? All right. Given an integer n, return a counter function. This counter function initially returns n, which it's doing right now, and then returns 1. So we would do what do we put it? We would put it here. We will put count plus equals 1 to make it go higher every single time, right? So let's run that. Wrong answer. It's doing 11, 12, 13. I needed to start from 10. So the first thing I'm thinking of doing is probably wrong, but I'm just thinking, why don't we just subtract 1, let count equal n minus 1, so then when it goes to count 1, it will start at 10 and then go up from there. That's probably not the most refactored way to do that. This entire thing probably could have been done with like 1 line of code, but like y'all know, we just trying to solve the problem for now. I believe that'll do it. All right, accepted. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so I'm sure there's a better way that you can do that, but hey, that's 2. That is 2 down. Got my video down for the day. Hope you guys found value in this. Links are in the description. I got a bunch of coding to do. I just wanted to pop up here with a quick video. Hope everybody is well and prosperous out there. Join the school, join the Discord, holla at me. I'm Lionel the Builder, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.